Good morning, this is Kasturi Day. Today again I'm going to continue with the ecosystem question answer section. Uh, I'll start with this. Answer the following questions in short, okay? This chapter is according to ICSE syllabus class 8. Okay. So the first question, what are the main components of the ecosystem, biotic and abiotic components? Give two examples of omnivores, human beings and bear. Give an example of a food chain. See, food chain, first comes the producer, second the primary consumer, tertiary consumer, then comes the quantity consumer. This goes on in a food chain. So first will be the producer. So here in a food chain, we can say, for example, it is a grass, that's a producer, which is eaten by a herbivore, that is an insect. Again, that insect is eaten by carnivore, that is a frog here, and the frog is again eaten by a carnivore, that is an eagle here. Okay, so this is making a food chain. Next we come to, are carnivores primary or secondary consumers? They are secondary consumers. Then what kind of organisms are first level consumers? The herbivores, for example, grasshoppers, deer, etc. What is predation? Predation is an interaction in which one organism captures and eats the other organism. So one organism who is catching, that is the predator, and which organism it is catching, which organism the predator is catching, that is the prey. Okay, so for example, snake is catching a rat. So snake is a predator and it is eating a rat. It's not ray, it is rat. Okay, so this rat is a prey. Okay, so give two examples of a man-made ecosystem, aquariums and gardens. Then what are ecological pyramids? Name the different types of ecological pyramids. Ecological pyramids are graphical representation of a number of organisms, biomass and productivity at each tropic level in an ecosystem. Okay, so it's a graphical representation of the number of organisms which are present in the ecosystem, the biomass, and the productivity. Okay, at each tropic level, what is the product? What is it output of the at each tropic level? Tropic level is the producers, then the consumers, the primary, the secondary. These are the tropic levels. Okay, so three types of ecological pyramids are there. First is pyramid of energy, second is pyramid of numbers, and third is the pyramid of biomass. Then which area is called a forest? Forest is a large area of land which is covered by trees and other plants growing close to each other. Okay. Then answer the following questions in detail. These are broad questions we are now entering into. Okay, so first one is list and explain the three spheres of the earth. There are the three spheres of the earth. I told you first is lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere. If you have seen my text video, you have already been noticed that these are the three spheres. There are lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere. Lithosphere is the layer which is the solid layer, the outer solid layer, that is the lithosphere, which contains minerals and soil which provides nutrients to the plants. The hydrosphere, it is the water layer which consists of 70% of the earth's surface. The atmosphere layer is the gaseous layer which consists of which consists of all the gases present in the on the earth, that is nitrogen, carbon dioxide, oxygen, etc. Okay, then the explain different types of consumers found in an ecosystem. Okay, so the consumers in the ecosystem, first is these consumers are also known as heterotrophs. Okay, these are heterotrophs because they cannot make their own food, so they have to depend on plants and other animals for food. So consumers are of four types: the herbivores or the primary consumers, the carnivores or the secondary or tertiary consumers, Okay, there are omnivores also and scavengers also. So first, herbivores are the primary consumers. They depend on the plant for food, directly on the plant for food. For example, cow, goat, deer, etc. Carnivores are secondary or tertiary consumers. Secondary consumers are those that feed on herbivores. Okay, for example, dog, cat, moles, etc. Then tertiary consumers, they feed on other carnivores. Okay, for example, lion, tiger, leopards, etc. Then omnivores are those organisms or animals which eat both plants and animals. For example, human, monkey, bear, etc. Then scavengers are those which feed on dead animals. Okay, for example, hyena, vulture, jackal, etc. Next we come to the third question, that is explain the pyramid of numbers. So it depicts this pyramid of number that depicts the number of individuals and show the relationship between the number of producers and the number of consumers at each tropic level in an ecosystem. So what does it depict? It depicts the number of individuals and show the relationship between the number of producers and the number of consumers at each tropic level in an ecosystem. It shows at the first tropic level the number of organisms are larger than any other tropic levels, other levels. As one moves from one to the next tropic level, first to the next, the number of organisms decreases. For example, if 10 to 12 plants are there at the lowest level, 5 to 6 herbivores will be at the second level, second tropic level. Then 3 to 4 carnivores will be on the third tropic level. And finally, it will reach to 1 carnivore at the highest tropic level. Okay, therefore, the number of producers are more than the number of primary consumers, that is herbivores, and the number of primary consumers are more than the secondary consumers, number of secondary consumers, that is carnivores. Then finally, the number of secondary consumers are more than the tertiary consumers or the top carnivores. So this goes on reducing as we rise at the top of the tropic level. Okay. So next question is, what is symbiosis, and explain with an example. So symbiosis is a close and long-term association between two organisms in which both the interacting organisms benefit. Okay. So symbiosis is a relationship, it's an association in which two organisms or more than two organisms, they live close to each other, closely to each other, and it's a long-term association in which both of them get the benefit. Okay. The organisms which live in symbiotic relationships are called symbionts. For example, lichens. Let me explain this lichens relationship. The body is made up of alga, fungus, and at some other times there is a photosynthetic bacterium is also present. Now all these organisms, namely the alga, fungus and bacterium, they mutually get they remain in close association with each other and they are getting mutual benefit. The alga containing the chlorophyll produces the food by photosynthesis, and it shares with the fungus. Okay, and which fungus, what does it do? It in turn provides water and minerals to the alga for producing the food. Even if there is photosynthetic bacteria, that also can manufacture food, and that can also be given to the, that also is shared with the fungus. Okay, and fungus in turn is giving water and minerals to these bacterium, also to the alga. Then next we come to, where are the tropic, temperate and boreal forests found? List the animals found in the different types of forests. The tropical rainforests are located at 10 degrees north or south of the equator. 10 degrees north and south of the equator. This type of forest is found in Central America, South America and the Amazon basin. Okay. In India, these type of forests are found in the west coast and in the eastern regions of India. Now, temperate rainforests are located in the temperate regions of the earth. Okay, and boreal forests, they are also called taiga or snow forest, and they are found towards the north of the temperate region. Such forests are mainly found in Canada, Alaska, Sweden, Finland, Norway, Siberia, Mongolia, and Russia. Okay. The animals in the tropical forest, they are brightly colored birds like parakeets, toucans, macaws, parrots, hornbills, and sunbirds. Then like monkeys, lemurs, sloth bears, leopards, jaguars, elephants, deers, and antelopes. Then insects are wide varieties present in this tropical rainforest like butterflies, mosquitoes, ants, spiders, snails, and leeches. Then animals which are found in the temperate forests, they are generally fox, mountain lion, koala bear, black bear, squirrel, and there may be many birds like woodpeckers and bald eagles. Then animals which are found in boreal forests, they are generally moose, reindeer or caribou, deer, etc. Then beaver, squirrel, wolf, fox, wood, bison, and chipmunk. Okay. So let me stop here. I'll continue with the rest of the detailed questions in my next video. And if you are a new viewer to my channel or not subscribed yet, please do subscribe. And you can also write your doubts and also any suggestions in my comment box and also in my email ID. And if you like the video, press the like button so that I can produce some more enthusiastic videos and interesting videos that can help you in your studies. Okay, thank you.